Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm going to be reacting to he lost $32,609,780,030.43 overnight. Or to round it, 32 billion. But dang, how's that even happen? If you woke up and you lost that much money, what would you do? I don't know. I would go crazy. I don't know. But that is so much money. But yeah, let's see what happens and how this happened and what is he trying to do after. But anyway, please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below, and let's get started.
A trade? Are you sure?
Not a trade. I'm trading crypto. FTX is the safest and easiest way to buy and sell crypto. It's the best way to get in the game.
Just trading crypto.
Hey, do you ever wonder what billionaires do when they're upset with each other? Well, they try to ruin everything that they've built. One of them seemed to be pressuring US regulators to mess with the other one's business, and the other one, in retaliation, decided to just punt the bottom layer of the other one's house of cards. So today we're going to be taking a look at how these two billionaires are taking turns pile driving each other's net worths, while one of them apparently lost over $13 billion overnight. And if you're sitting here questioning, who are these people? Let me give you a quick TLDR. This is Sam Bankman-Fried. He is known as the youngest self-made billionaire in the world. He created what many people know as FTX Exchange and Alameda Research. Then you have Changpeng Zhao, who's known as CZ, who was the first billionaire to block me on Twitter, so congratulations to him on that. But he's a Chinese billionaire and the owner of Binance, which is the largest crypto exchange in the world. And to help you understand how Sam Bankman-Fried managed to lose $13 billion of his own money and $32 billion total overnight, I've decided to whip out a good old whiteboard for you guys here. Here's a quick rundown. Alameda Research, that is Sam's degenerate trading company. FTX is Sam's exchange. So it seems like FTX printed his own token by the name of FTT, and Alameda saw that and was like, hey, can I borrow some of that? So they borrowed some FTT. Then Alameda took that same FTT and went back to FTX and said, hey, can we use this as collateral to borrow dollars? And FTX, I guess, was like, sure, thank you for the collateral. Here's some USDT as well, which is a stable coin pegged to the dollar. And then when Alameda got the dollars, I guess they were like, hey, FTX, we have these dollars now. Do you want some dollars in exchange for some FTT? So then they sent the dollars back and got more FTT, and the cycle can.
Wait, so those, did I hear that right? He started both of those things. So basically two of his companies or whatever, they're trading back and forth between each other. So the money's just cycling between them.
Continued. And just like that, you have a whole lot of volume and liquidity to make your exchange look very reputable. And that attracts the investor. Then the investor will be like, oh, let's put some money here as well. And then you just rinse and repeat that and you have an infinite money glitch. But then some people suddenly started to realize there's no real value being generated here, because it all seemed to be backed by Alameda propping everything up. And Binance saw it was just one big circle jerk and decided to pull out. And there's also some rumors going around that Sam was somehow involved in causing the whole Luna collapse. But either way, Binance announced that it was going to be selling all of its FTT token, which was apparently about $2 billion worth of it. They had this much of the FTT token because apparently Binance incubated FTX in 2019, but they wanted to be bought out a few years later, and for some weird reason, Sam decided to pay them in the FTT token alongside with some other stablecoins. So after the sale announcement, Alameda didn't have enough money to keep the whole thing propped up. And sadly, Sam's companies seemed to have loans that were collateralized with the FTT token. And this was apparently to bail out Alameda earlier this year when the whole Three Arrows Capital.
Wait, so there wasn't really actual money being exchanged? So like when other people were investing, they didn't know about this? So is that what I'm listening to? Am I hearing this right?
Debacle happened. And that was apparently to bail out Alameda earlier this year from the whole Luna debacle. But that was complicated. Here's a very dumbed down version by Lone Alden. Imagine McDonald's makes its own money. Let's call them clown bucks. Keeps most of it and then sells some of it on the market. McDonald's then uses their remaining clown bucks as collateral for actual loans. And then people remember that clown bucks aren't real. Essentially, that's exactly what happened with FTT in a simplified way. So moving on with the timeline, Sam tweeted this on November 7th, which he has now deleted. 1. A competitor is trying to go after after us with false rumors. FTX is fine. Assets are fine. Details. FTX has enough to cover all client holdings. We do not invest clients' assets, even in treasuries. We have been processing all withdrawals and will continue to be. Some details on withdrawal speed. Banks and nodes can be slow. Those tweets are now deleted. But around the same time, CZ tweeted this. As a part of Binance's exit from FTX equity last year, Binance received roughly $2.1 billion equivalent in cash, BUSD, and FTT. Due to recent revelations that have came to light, we have decided to liquidate any remaining FTT on our books. We stay transparent with our actions. And a high up at Sam's Alameda Research tweeted this at CZ, saying, if you're looking to minimize the market impact on your FTT sales, Alameda will happily buy it all from you today at $22. So, did Binance listen to FTX's plea of buying all the FTT token over the counter? No, they dumped it all in the open market.
This actual video from the thingy.
Sam? Sam? Sam?
This is relevant because apparently Tom Brady put his $650 million fortune into FTX. It looks like he'll be playing football for a while to make up for that. I feel
he lost money.
A tiny
He lost money
portion
too.
of his pain, nowhere near his pain, because I lost about 1 Bitcoin from all this. It wasn't in FTX, it was in BlockFi, which apparently is the first victim of this whole liquidation cascade that Sam triggered. We'll see what happens. I'll be fine. It just
I wonder
sucks
if Tom
because I
Brady
feel
said anything.
stupid for having it there.
Did he lose
Obviously,
money?
Twitter's just coping with memes because no one knows how bad this is actually going to get. Hear me out. Unregulated banks with CEOs publicly shorting each other on Twitter. And then it came out that Sam dumped over $100 million. And Sam was just silent, and everyone was just sitting there nervous, waiting for Sam to break his silence. And he finally did with this tweet. Hey all, I have a few announcements to make. Things have come full circle, and FTX.com's first and last investors are the same. We have come to an agreement with a strategic transaction with Binance for FTX.com. And with this announcement, it seems like Sam has lost over $13 billion to his net worth. And the day before all of this happened, FTX just announced their new headquarters in Miami. So that office party this weekend is going to be a bit of a downer. So how did all of this happen? A lot of people are asking. Obviously, FTX is the #2 exchange in the world, so there's some clear rivalry there. Sam was also kind of pressuring US regulators to use that to his own advantage. He was also the second largest donor to the Biden campaign. And I'm assuming that's not for the political issues, it's more for protection, because who would want to regulate the business of their second largest donator? Well, they'd probably regulate other companies in the same industry first. And that could have been another way to just cover up the whole house of cards. Because a thread by Lucas Nuzzi came out saying that FTX might have provided a massive bailout for Alameda in Q2. Because a lot of people are speculating that Alameda could have gone down under at the same time as Three Arrows Capital. But FTX bailed them out. So with all that, CZ tweeted 2 big lessons. Never use a token you created as collateral. Don't borrow if you run a crypto business. Don't use capital efficiently. Have a large reserve. Binance has never used BNB for collateral, and we have never taken on debt. Stay safe. Which reminds me of another tweet of his earlier this year. It was not easy saying no to Super Bowl ads, stadium naming rights, large sponsor deals a few months ago, but we did. Today we're hiring 2,000 open positions for Binance. All right, so this story has evolved quite a bit since I recorded my last segment. Sam is now allegedly bankrupt and in $200 million in debt. People are also claiming he's now on the run. This story is just unfolding so quickly, and it's hard to know exactly what's going on without giving it some time. There are some reports that the SEC is now going after him, and it seems like not even the FTX employees saw this coming, because multiple are coming out saying, hey, I lost 8 figures from this. This is just so much of a shock to the world. I mean, markets have tanked because of this. Why are you here? I thought you were financially stable. But Sam did post a long tweet thread since I recorded my last bit. I'm sorry. That's the biggest thing. I effed up. I should have done better. I should have also been communicating more very recently. Transparently, my hands were tied during the duration of the possible Binance deal. I wasn't particularly allowed to say much publicly, but of course, it's on me that we ended up there in the first place. And so we are where we are, which sucks, and that's on me. I'm sorry. Anyway. Man, I'm sorry should be the last thing. Anyway, right now, my #1 priority by far is doing right by users. And I'm going to do everything I can to do that, to take responsibility and do what I can. At some point, I might have more to say about a particular sparring partner, so to speak. But you know, glass houses. So for now, all I'll say is Well played, you won. I'm assuming that's in regards to CZ. And finally, I sincerely apologize. We'll keep sharing updates as we have them. So I guess take that how you want. I don't really see that as an actual apology.
So many
I don't
people
think the
lost
dude's
money.
actually sorry. With everything coming out about him, it doesn't really
Does
paint
somebody
him in a
fix
good
that?
light. Dude's looking more and more like Bernie Madoff for every hour that goes by. Here's a chart of the valuation of FTX over time. Wow, is the only thing I can really say. And for the icing on the cake, this is what Sam said in front of lawmakers only 12 months earlier.
Last thing that I'll say is if you look at what precipitated some of the 2008 financial crisis, you saw a number of bilateral, bespoke, non-reported transactions happening between financial counterparties, which then got repackaged and
Throughout this video, I've seen pictures of him or like drawings of him. Did not expect him to sound like this.
leveraged again and again and again, such that no one knew how much risk was in that system until it all fell apart. If you compare that to what happens on FTX or other major cryptocurrency venues today, there's complete transparency about the full open interest. There's complete transparency about the positions that are held. There is a robust, consistent risk framework applied, and we're excited to work with the CFTC on our U.S. licensed and regulated venue.
Shame on thee, not on me. And all sorts of stuff is coming out about Sam right now, as I previously said. Like, apparently his whole Toyota Corolla lifestyle was just fake. Unconfirmed, Sam is currently living in a $35 million penthouse in the Bahamas. He owns $200 million of property on the island. The I drive a Corolla image was fabrication for credibility. And the last place that we've seen Sam is in a game of League of Legends. I wish I was joking. There are some claims that he was arrested, but there are some other claims that are refuting that. So who really knows? And I guess that was the story of how the youngest self-made billionaire went from $0 to $13 billion to negative $200 million. And along the way, he lost $32 billion all overnight, along with one of my Bitcoins. Man, I'm salty.
Okay, so I don't know. Is he trying to run away? Because seems like he also lost money for other people too. Like, what would you do if someone else lost your money? But I don't know. This is the first time I ever heard of these people. But yeah, that's crazy that not only he lost money, but other people lost money. And how is he gonna fix this? I don't know. Is he really on the run? Is he hiding from people? Tom Brady looking for him? But anyway, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below. And if you want to see my experiences in Korea, you can check out my first channel, SEKSHI V. And if you want to see my other social medias, you can check under my face. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.